have a dream. That one day this nation will rise up and live out. Wait, hold on, this ain't the right speech. Good afternoon, parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. I'm Chuck Wall.
And I'm Manish Override, and welcome to the graduating ceremony of 2011. When Chuck and I found out we had the honor of serving as Joint Valley Torrents this year, we realized it would be a tremendous task to write a good speech. But as McNabb graduates, we are well equipped to tackle a project like this. Our teachers have taught us well how to plan a project, consult with partners, write a good draft in point form, locate sources of information, etc. So basically, we just Googled valedictorian.
Manish and I have known each other a long time and are good friends, but we kind of represent different aspects of the McNabb experience. Manish is super smart, while some might think I am on the jock side. But I think that would misrepresent what I've gotten out of McNabb on the academic side.
Chuck and I feel we have balanced academic and sports lifestyles fairly well. We attempt to embrace the life lessons and importance both sides have to offer, which we hope many of yourselves have as well. We have grown tremendously at McNabb over the 4 or 5 years we have been here. There is a saying, the smarter you are, the more you realize you still have to learn. So considering the 4 years I have spent here, I can proudly say I have not learned a single thing. That probably didn't come out right. Seriously, McNabb has been a great learning experience. When we entered grade 9, we thought Homer was the father of Simpsons and not the famous Greek writer. We laughed at any reference that was remotely sexual in our classroom teachings. Wait, we still do that.
I'm sure many of you have the idea right now. I can't wait to get out of this place. Everyone is comparing college and university programs, summer jobs, plans for vacation this summer, or some of you have full-time jobs lined up. And you look around and say, this place is getting pretty stale, this scene. The same old faces in the same old places. It's time to move on. We say, not so fast. I can offer you a guarantee. At some point in your future, for most of you, you will realize these have been the best days of your life. In 25 years, I bet you, among your best friends will be someone from your good old McNabb days. When we have a class reunion in 25 years, we'll be 42 or 43 years old, Manish will have his law practice, and Mr. Clark will still be the head of his ed at McNabb. And you know what will happen? Even people who you are not buddies with now, you will meet them gray-haired and balding, and they will magically be transformed into a beacon from the past, a very good friend from your McNabb years. You will have a golden glow, a good feeling about everyone at the event. You'll forget a few names. Who is that kid in nutrition class who moaned every once in a while? But these people sitting with you now will be close friends, a link to a time when things were simple, when the biggest responsibility was showing up on time for class, and when that automated voice came onto your home phone saying, "This is McNabb Secondary School." And all you have to do is hang up the phone. So as we prepare to move on from McNabb, take a look around at these faces, your classmates for the past 4 or 5 years, and remember the good times and the good friends who you will remember your whole life.
And the teachers, coaches, principals, and vice principals will be remembered as more than just adversaries who have closed deadlines on you, gave you lots of homework, and ruined the last day of your Christmas holidays. Miss Holstrom. These people, in truth, are highly devoted, principled people who have helped shape us in its important years of development from 13 to 18. Jacob, Kramer, Blair, Shepard, Block, Bassett, the list goes on. A different set of teachers has affected us each differently. Regardless, for better or for worse, you have changed us.
Last semester, Mr. Farrell was my English teacher who I'd never had before. He started off as just an authority figure who would set guidelines I had to follow, hand out tests, give me reading lists, and who would be marking my final exam. But I can see that this guy, Mr. Farrell, is a unique person who has accomplished a lot, sets high standards for himself, and has some crazy life experiences. So to teachers like him and all the others, I thank you man to man and man to woman. Make sure you take the time to thank these people.
Many who actually got something out of our classes by these last semesters. Now, I can't say that one person in this auditorium was ever disappointed when classes were canceled because of a snowstorm, but I'm pretty sure we have all progressed in our attitudes towards learning. I think over the past 4 or 5 years, a lot of us have moved forward, and again, we have to thank our teachers who initiated some pretty big discussions that will launch us forward in life. Many of us have developed a thirst for knowledge over our years of grad. We now think, hey, it's better to be smart and informed and not look like an idiot when there's a discussion of bigger issues. And McNabb has had a hand in our maturing process.
The last couple of years, we've been challenged to look forward to our futures. The big question is, what are you going to do after graduation? We've gone from thinking, I have absolutely no clue, to now when some of us actually developed a plan and know what our next steps are going to be. Of course, some people still have no clue, but that's all right.
Now, our lovely English teacher, Mr. Farrell, warned Chuck and I that if we were to use this quote, this is not the end, this is just the beginning. He would leave his seat and scream in both our faces. So we shall refrain from using this quote. Instead, I'll use my own. This is the end. It is now up to you, each individual, to decide what you would like to do in the next chapter of your life.
A lot of hard work has got us to this point. We are lucky to live in a great country, a free society, where we can speak our minds where there are no limits. This is our world and our time is coming. The world out there needs new ideas to create jobs, stop pollution, develop new sources of power, create the next big idea to bind people together as social media does now, to build a better society. We are the people who can achieve these goals.
I would like to quote a great man who is faced with challenges in his future. He said this: "This is our moment. This is our time to bring new energy and new ideas to the challenges we shall face. This is a moment when we can devote ourselves to being the very best we can be and work towards our highest ideals. McNabb has equipped us to do this. This is our time." Thank you.